time we see the beauty of another day, it is a privilege to thank the Lord for giving us the opportunity to witness our success again. It is another opportunity to wake up and achieve our dreams. The future we talked about yesterday is here today again. It is a privilege to relish and savor every goodness that will come our way. Why not enjoy that moment? Why not enjoy that day and be up and running to do your business? On this note, I welcome everyone again to the exciting episode of the BackStage Story show on Nollywood Radio France. I am still your regular host, Semola Sanyaolu, saying welcome. I'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. On this episode, I have a very notable figure with me. He is a key player in the Nollywood industry. He was declared the winner of the Association of Nigeria Theatre Arts Practitioners (ANTP) on January 30th, 2014 by a federal high court in Ibadan. I have with me Comrade Dr. Asaolu. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Nicholas. Good morning, US. Good morning, France. Good morning, Nigeria. I am Comrade Dr. Honorable Victor Asaolu, JP, FPICC, the National President of Association of Nigeria Theatre Arts Practitioners, ANTP. I greet you all.
All right. Morning, sir. It's nice to have you on the BackStage Story show, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. This program is meant to inform and educate and enlighten people in Africa, in France, in diaspora generally, because we have a global presence. It's to inform and educate them of goings on in Nigeria and in diaspora. It's nice to have you once again, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Comrade, people in diaspora would like to know who exactly you are. Can you give us a brief history about who Comrade Dr. Honorable Victor Asaolu is?
Well, Dr. Asaolu is a theater practitioner. I studied theater at University of Ibadan, and I've been in the industry for the past 40 years. I am married with children. I'm a native of Ilesha, Osun State, Nigeria, and I've been producing and staging plays. I've produced my own film, about 3 or 4, and I'll be featuring, but although not regularly, in Nigerian movies. And I believe in administration, and that's why I'm presently National President of the association. I've been the chairman of the state, the association, that's Oyo State. When Oyo State and Osun State were together and called them Oyo State then. I was the chairman for about 8 years, and I later became the National Secretary General of the association. And today, by the grace of God, I'm heading the association as the head of political and administration. And that's me, Victor Asaolu.
Wow. So you have a very splendid resume, and a lot of people, I'm not sure we have this info. I think you have it on record on Nollywood Radio France for now. Okay, sir. Your role in ANTP. Before we go into your role in ANTP, some of the movies you have actually produced and some that you have acted in, can you give us their names, sir?
Well, I could remember one or two that was very popular, or that were popular, were Nollywood. Nollywood, the meaning in English is who is mad. That is, who is the mad person? Is it the richer people or the less privileged people? Is it the bishop or the worshippers in the church? Is it the theater artist or their viewers? Who is actually the mad people around the world? And when you ask that question yourself, you will imagine who is actually mad. Because the way we behave, the way we do things, we went into research and we realized almost everybody is mad. Because when you wake up in the morning, you start running up and down. You are running after what you don't keep, what you don't have, and you want to get it. Whereas God knows how to give you what you want without even suffering. But because we are full of madness, we'll be chasing shadow, living subjects. So these are what responsible for my thoughts there. And I produced a film there. It was in fact during the time of late Masud Abiola, when he fought for the presidency. He was declared, the election was declared non-void, and then there was crisis in the country. And the man lost his life in the process. So the question now is, who is actually mad? Is it the man himself, with all the money he has? Then he was pursuing power. Is it the people that are deceiving him? Is it the military then who deceive him to go into the contest and later destine him and all the rest? So that was the title of that film then, Anyway, Who is Mad? Then I did another one titled The Promiscuous Dog, The Promiscuous Dog, Akwaja, the he-dog. And you know what he-dog means? It chases women about here and there. And then I did another one, Ananla. And so all these are the films I have produced and I have featured in. But why I'm not featuring regularly in films is I don't like the way we are being marketed. The marketers are not kind to us. The pirates are also there, eating deep into our pastors. And I just believe I should better concentrate on how to improve the industry, on how to actually improve the marketing strategy, and how to curb the pirates and the piracy in the industry. So this film I have produced, our featuring. Although I have featured it from other films of other people, but it's not so many. Because I believe working behind the camera and being on the faces of the camera
All right, sir. I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Honorable Victor Asaolu.
Victor Asaolu.
JP. Comrade, sir, the Nollywood industry in general, you from what you said, you have spent like 40 years in this industry. Would you say that this industry is evolving into an excellent, let's say, an excellent cut fit from your experience in the past, in those 40 years? Would you say this industry is evolving into something very good and excellent, or we are still not there yet?
Well, we are only trying. We are yet to be there. We compare our position today in the industry compared with Hollywood and Indian films and all the rest. I think we are yet to be where we're supposed to be. And why? Because the people that are practitioners are not one. They are not talking in one voice. They are not moving in one way. They are not doing things together the way it should be. You look at the name Nollywood. The Nollywood are being centered by our Igbo friends, Igbo colleagues, and they are giving wrong history about Nigerian film production. Then they will now be telling us Nollywood is the hinting or is the beginner of a film production in Nigeria. These are part of problems we are having. Whereas, before Nollywood come into existence, the Ogun days, the Olabalogun, the Adelov have been producing films, optically. Just all of a sudden, our friends, our colleagues in the Eastern part came into the industry, and they now come up with this name Nollywood, and they are now saying Nollywood film production in Nigeria is just 20 years. It is not true. It is not the fact. But if we are starting this too much again, there is a crisis, and that will set us back. And so based on this, therefore, I will want to say that the industry, because of the infighting with these various associations, with these various practitioners, has not allowed us to grow the way we should grow. The education, the time we should concentrate in educating ourselves, in improving the industry, improving our production, improving our storyline, improving our make-up, all the facets of the production. We are not doing that. Most of us are concentrating on creating crises where it is not necessary. If you watch today in Nigeria, the industry is where we have the largest associations, more than 35 million associations in this industry. For what? We're supposed to have just one or two. But all of a sudden, if you lose an election in the place, you will see them go out and form another association. So this has not made things go the way it should go for us. And this is what we are working upon. So for now, we are yet to be there. But we are talking about the production itself. You will agree with me that there is that problem as well. Because the way we should have produced our films is not the way we are producing it. So I think God be with us since we change to better.
All right, sir. The Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, sir, why was it established? What are the main objectives of that association, sir?
The association was established sometime in 1976 at the University of Ibadan during the training time of Professor J.A. Adedeji, the then head of the Department of Theatre Arts, when he called some street practitioners. Those are the Semola Sanyaolu, the Asaolu, then the Onyadejobis, the Aisho Peppers, the Kima Adus, and most of them then. for a workshop. And from there, they talked to them how to bring themselves together, and then the association was formed. And their aims and objectives then was to at least be working together, having a common goal, common way of doing things, and be friendly, and be pursuing their profession, and negotiating with the government, and see to the way the industry could be improved, and getting their own rights too from the federal government or state or local government. So these have been their objectives, and since then there have been a lot of developmental problems here and there. Ogunde led the association for about 9 years before he demised, and later Adelov took over. All through those periods, the association was not registered with federal government, with the Corporate Commission Affairs. But during the regime of Jima Aliyu as the president and I as the national president, we got the association registered. That was in 1995. And since then, we have been battling with one problem and the other. But the association aims and objectives still remain how it is. And we believe it can be improving. And God be with us, with me, at the end of affairs now. I believe with the cooperation of everybody and support of the government, we will move the association progressively forward.
All right, sir. Okay, sir. As a honorable, as a doctor, and as a comrade, why are you not in politics? Why are you in the?
I will tell you, I'm fully in politics. I don't deny that fact. I am in politics.
Okay, sir.
I have always been in politics. I've been a councillor in Ibadan. I've been a supervisory councillor. I have been a supervisory councillor also here in Osun. And presently, the only thing I've not been contesting for much of opposition, but we have been supporting people to get into position. And presently, I'm a state officer in one of the political organizations in Nigeria, the largest political organization in the whole world, and the largest, the most popular party in Nigeria, People's Democratic Party, PDP. Yeah, I'm a member. I can't deny that. The only thing is that I separate politics from professionalism. My profession as a theater artist believe is that we are not political, we are not religious, we are not racist organization. So I don't play politics with the association. And by our profession too, we can work for, we are give any government in power. So I have been educating my members not to politicize the association, because politics is a self-thinking. It's your own self-idea. You may decide to be there, you may decide to quit. But profession, you can't quit your profession. So you don't even pension in the theater industry. It's like lawyers. So, or medical doctors. We are like those people. So we don't pension from our job. And it's a self-organized profession. So, but if you talk of Victor Asaolu, I'm a politician. I'm one of the leaders of the PDP in Ilesha East, in Osun State, and in Nigeria generally.
Okay, sir. The burden of the politics in Nigeria seems to be quite heavy. How are you able to merge? How are you able to marry politics and
the two?
The two.
Well, I see a very thin line within politics and theater. A theater profession. Very thin line, because theater is cumbersome. Yes, politics is also very, very strenuous, very, very demanding. But I've been thanking God for giving me the strength to cope. And this has been from my youth. I've always been working. And that has been helping me. When I was working in the university, I was a unionist. I was in NASU, non-academic staff junior. I was the national chairman, national president of University Trade Group. So I have been the University of Ibadan branch chairman before I became the national chairman for all the universities workers in this country. So I have been very busy in doing one politics or the other. Either as a full-time politician, either as a unionist, either as a theater artist. And the politics in the theater industry itself is even more than the theater outside the industry. Okay, God has been helping me to cope, and I've been faithful to God.
We should just generally say that life entirely itself is a politics, because there's going to be politics at home too, sir.
Everybody is a political animal. Even in your house, you play politics because you are the president of the house. Your wife is the deputy president, is the vice president. Your children, if you have 4 or 5 children, children will be with their mother, one will deal with you, and they will play politics with you in the house. So politics is everywhere. So Nigeria, it's like what Shakespeare said, that the world itself is a stage where every human beings are performers. Have you? So whatever we do at one time, we are only acting. At one time and the other, we are acting.
All right.
And when you bow out of stage, then you are off. That is the end of cutting. We have been thanking God for everything.
All right. You are still tuned to the BackStage Story show on Nollywood Radio France, and I have been speaking with Dr. Comrade Honorable Victor Asaolu, the President of the Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners. I'll be right back after this short break.
Àṣà Yorùbá lẹ́wà púpọ̀.
Àṣà bàbá wa ni.
Ọmọ Oòduà bá jí lówùúrọ̀.
Ìyẹn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ àti ìdílé.
Ọkùnrin á dọ̀bálẹ̀ kí bàbá pẹ̀lú yeye.
Àtẹni tó jù ní lọ.
Bó bá ti jọ obìnrin ni.
Àfikún lẹ́rẹ̀.
Àṣà tó dára tó rẹwà tó kò fi Ọlọ́run mọ́.
Èmi dúpẹ́ bàbá tó ká mi mọ́ wọn.
Àṣà tó dára tó rẹwà tó kò fi Olúwa mọ́.
Èmi dúpẹ́ bàbá tó ká mi mọ́ wọn.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa ló sọ pé.
Ló sọ pé, ló sọ pé.
Àní ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa ló sọ pé.
Ló sọ pé, ló sọ pé.
Ò bá bọ̀wọ̀ fún bàbá pẹ̀lú màmá á kẹ́ni tó ju ẹ lọ láyé.
Ọjọ́ ayé rẹ̀ kò lè dá.
bọ̀wọ̀ fún bàbá àti màmá ẹ̀ akẹ́ni tó jù ẹ lọ.
Ọjọ́ ayé rẹ̀ kò lè dá.
Nínú gbogbo ẹ̀yà, nínú gbogbo àṣà, nínú gbogbo ẹ̀yà, nínú gbogbo àṣà, àṣà Yorùbá ló ń sọ fún wa pé ká dọ̀bálẹ̀ fàgbà.
Ọjọ́ ayé wa kò lè pẹ́.
Ẹni bá létí kò gbọ́, kò gbóhùn tẹ́mi sọ.
Ọjọ́ ayé rẹ̀ kò lè dá.
Yes, welcome back. Comrades, the association itself. Now, talking about piracy, let's talk a bit about piracy. Some school of thought believe that the production of movies on a weekly basis should be like curbed, or maybe should be controlled to limit the excesses of pirates in this industry. Would you accede to that, sir?
I don't think that should be a major problem. No, I subscribe to that. That too many production or releasing of film could not be very good for the industry. But that is not the reason why piracy is everywhere. The reason is the Nigerian system itself. We are too corrupt. And this is a country where you encourage evildoers. Pirates, I don't know why they believe they should center around cheating people. But it is the government that could help us out of this. It's like when Dr. came on board. Blessed memory, Mrs. Dollar Aquili. And he became head of NAFDAC. He knew what she did in that industry. Incompetent fake drugs. Pirate is like fake production of films, or music, or books. So what I think government should do is to put the right peg on the peg in the right road. Put the right people at the end of affairs of the industry, especially the agencies that are controlling the industry, like Nigeria Census Board, Nigeria Copyright Commission, Nigeria Film Corporation, etc. Put the right people that should do the job. Put one or two professionals there. I remember when myself and Ube was member of Nigeria Copyright Commission Board. Myself and Egmont Ube. We knew what we did when we were in Copyright Commission Board. For how many years now? There is no even board for Copyright Commission. No board. It's the bureaucrats that are there. And those that are founder of that place, who has their aims and objections of copying pirates. The purpose of forming Copyright Commission in Nigeria was to combat pirates. The government has been transferring a lot of people into that organization that knows nothing, next to nothing about pirates. And they are there, just taking salary. They have been bringing people from abroad to come and help the place. Those who doesn't know our problem in this country. They have been bringing some people who are agents of these pirates into those industries and into those organizations. It is now we are having one woman in Census Board who knows where the shoe pinches. But there is little she could do as well without cooperation of Copyright Commission, Nigerian Film Corporation, and all the rest. So I think pirates should be combated by the federal government. It's not a thing we can do on our own. It's one aspect. Another aspect is that the stakeholders in the industry should forget all these crises and infighting. They should come together and face these pirates collectively. Join hands with federal government agencies and find a lasting solution. Even if we can stop them completely, at least we should reduce them to minimum level. But for now, everybody is on his own. The copyright is going on his own way. At times they don't even consult they don't even consult the people in the industry for what they are doing. The Census Board is on its own way, not doing much with the Copyright Commission. The Nigerian Film Corporation, somebody has just been put there now as the head of that place. We cannot even tell his history about film production in Nigeria. He's not the head. They just bring the man from just nowhere and put him there as the head of Nigerian Film Corporation. Well, those are the problems we are having about pirates. When those who knows about where the shoe pinches are not being placed in charge, or the people there are not working with the people who are stakeholders in the industry, and where do we go from there? And the pirates are hitting very deep into the password of everybody. Some people have even quit the profession. They have quit the industry just because of this pirate thing. And some of the marketers are also not helping matters. Some of them are even pirates. These are the problems we are having. Dishonest, disorganized people not doing the right thing the way it should be done. These are the problems we are having, but we will keep praying to God. We be doing our best. I don't know when last did all these agencies call us together to think about how to do this or how to stop pirates in pirating our work. So for the releasing film, our people believe, well, the more you release film, maybe you will be making 1 or 2 3 naira. Whereas, if we can come together, I believe we should control the controlling of the production releases should be from the stakeholders. And we are trying to go into that. The moment I settle down, because like you said, I just got judgment January this year. I just finished my quadrennial delegate conference, where we now streamline all the positions in the association. Very soon we will now move into action. We face all these things you are talking about. Try to control the production, support of our members, try to work with federal government agencies. We have to move closer to them. Then the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, the Ministry of Information, we have a lot to do with them. We should get closer to them. They should also get closer to us. Because film industry is like a gold mine, for God's sake. We have some countries who rely on film production on their economy. So I believe if we tackle the pirate headlong, we could get some results.
Okay. All right, this is still the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France, and I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Honorable Victor Asaolu, the President, the National President of the Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners. Thank you, Doctor, for your time, sir.
Well, thank you, too.
All right. The next question is all about the present imbroglio and rancor within ANTP. First, I would like to ask you, what are the elders in the association, those that have been there for long, the veterans, what have they done to curb this crisis? That's one. Then two, some school of thought believe that probably the leadership is biased in its approach to members. What is causing the division? What have the elders done to curb this, the rancor and the dissociation in the association?
Thank you very much. The first thing is that are the youth getting any respect for the elders? This is a very big question. You see, the youth are not listening to the elders. And this has been very long. The regime, the one or two past regime, they have not been giving due respect to the elders. They always believe in elders when they are in their support, when they are doing their wrong things, and they want the elders to say, well, what they are doing is right or are right. It is then they believe in elders. The moment an elder just believes, this is what you are doing, it's not the best way, they will now say, oh, it's a bad elder. So, for example, during the prolonged health crisis within us, which I was very much involved, because the elders were supporting them, those people there who are doing mostly the wrong things, who have actually bastardized the industry, they believe the elders were good. But the moment some of the elders now say, look, let's support this man who has been making wounds and cries for changing the association for better. They now turn against the elders again to say, oh, those elders are bad. All I just believe is, that one of the Yoruba says, whoever wants to go and bury his senior brother naked, should not forget to carry his younger brother along. Because whatever we do, we shall live. So if care is not taken, the younger one will not also respect those who are not respecting the elders now. And for the elders, we still have one or two of them who are not doing things rightly. But what do? We have to submit for them, since they are the elders. You can only advise. The Bible told us that don't blame elders, just advise them. So I just believe personally, I'm a special most senior evangelist. And so I believe in the words of God. And he said, you children, respect your father. And you, father, love your children. So if we exchange all this the way the scripture has put it, we will have been having very less problem. But because of greed, selfishness, that has enveloped most of them, it doesn't let them see light clearly. But that is a matter God will resolve. On the issue of being biased to members, change is a very difficult thing to achieve. When I came on board, I have my vision. I have my mission. And my vision is how to change the whole orientation in the industry. It's how to see how we can bring younger ones on board. We are talking of stars. If you watch 10 films today of Nigerian films, you will virtually be seeing one face of people in different fields. I think this has to be changed. We should use the already popular stars to promote new up-and-coming star artists and to let them become stars. We should not be domineering about production. So some of them are seeing this, and they are finding it very, very difficult to comply with. So definitely there is the bringing forth. Then there are some people by their birth, the way their family or their upbringing is they are from a family of destroyers who destroy things. They don't build. They destroy anything that is good that somebody is building. Then there are some people who are born from a family of building things, changing things to good. So when those two people are in a mixed organization, you don't expect a straightforward test. There will be crisis, wounds and cries. But it now depends on the leadership who is there to determine what he wants and stand by it. So if anybody is now saying, is it the present administration they are saying is biased to members or not listening to members, or the former administration? This has to be clear. If it is my own administration, I have not even started. I've only been putting structural arrangements on grants, which I have just finished on 11th of July, when we did our quadrennial delegate conference. And now that we are having proper elected executive in place, then we will now start to do some work, arrangements, both politically, administratively, and otherwise. And if anybody is complaining, I mean, you should just be patient. Let's see what we have to stock for them. But I believe we have not been done badly.
Yeah, this is still the BackStage Story show on Nollywood Radio France, and I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. He's also a senior evangelist. From what he said, is Comrade Dr. Victor Asaolu. He has been speaking with me on the association about his the general view of people, and he has also made comments about change, that people have not been able to adapt to change. So the crisis is brewing because some people they feel threatened that their career may not may be jeopardized or something. But it's not. You are not jeopardizing their career. You are trying to improve the association. Now, let me ask you one question, sir. This Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, I need you to clear the air. Is it representing the Yoruba sector of the Nigerian movie industry alone, or is it representing both the Yoruba sector and the English movie industry, sir?
Like we call it, we are not representing the only Yoruba sector. We are representing all indigenous sectors and including all language sectors, of which English is one of them. I mean, when you look at our constitution, the constitution is very, very clear, but it says the profession of all indigenous theatre practitioners. Okay, sir. It's not Yoruba indigenous theatre practitioners. It's all indigenous. So what we are saying is all traditional organizations, you are Igbo, you are Hausa, you are Ibibio, you are whatever. If you are a theatre practitioner, you are qualified to be member of ANTP. And if you are doing English production, you are also qualified, because English is just one language. So English is not our language in Nigeria. It's a borrowed language. So this is the general language that is common. Then it's also a language. Then we have the code speaking language, that is the broken. Pidgin English is part of it. So we are not representing only Yoruba indigenous. We are representing all indigenous theatre practitioners and all languages practitioners. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not only for Yoruba theatre artists. All right, sir. And for example, as I'm talking with you, we've got our branches. Even during this my period, we established our branch in Kogi. We have our branches in Kaduna. We have in Delta. We also have in Edo. So you can now see it's not only for Yoruba. The only thing, it started from the Yoruba land. Okay. And our forefathers. All right, sir. The Ogun days, the Onyade Dobis, the Ola de Force and the Adelov. So people like that, Kima News, Lere Paimas and most of them. But by our constitution, we are all for all indigenous professionals, data professionals.
All right, sir. Thank you for coming on this show. Thank you for your time. Also, sir, the court injunction you had in January, Prince Jide Kosoko mentioned in some media outfits that there is a counter court injunction stopping you from acting as the president. What would you like to say about that, sir?
Maybe he's talking fallacy. Let him show what court injunction. There's no injunction anywhere. What we have gotten last was a judgment, not an injunction. A judgment, a declaration judgment, declaring him as the president of the association. And since then, there have never been any judgment or any ruling anywhere. what they should do is that they have applied to court of appeal. They are appealing over the judgment, and there has never been any statement from the court of appeal. The case has not even been listed. And we have not even been served with any document, but we knew he had appealed. And appeal does not stop a judgment. They apply for this, what they call stay of execution of judgment. Or maybe they don't know what they are applying for, because the declarative judgment cannot be stayed. That's the truth, I believe. I'm not a lawyer, but my lawyer told me I should go ahead. And it was when you file a paper in court, and the paper has not been determined or discussed, then how do you say you get? Let him show you the injunction. Okay. Does law allow for vacuum? Law does not allow for vacuum. Yeah. So there's no judgment that could create vacuum. I have a judgment that puts me as the president of ANTP and stop him from further parading himself as the president of ANTP. He has been parading himself illegally since 2010 up to on the 30th of January 2014. He has even been collecting money, which we will collect back from him anytime from now. So the issue is that he is just deceiving. If he's saying that, he's just deceiving himself. And if he has such judgment, please let him publish it in the paper. So I don't have any such judgment or restriction or thought order. No, nothing like that. What we are having as at last time, as we are talking, is a judgment. Okay. Declaration judgment, declaring me as the president of ANTP, no more, no less.
Okay. All right, sir. I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Victor Asaolu, the National President of the Association of the Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioner, ANTP. And it's nice to have you, sir. I really appreciate your time. Now, let's talk about your relationship, your personal relationship with Prince Jide Kosoko. You had a cordial relationship before the crisis brewed in ANTP. What is it, this crisis that is separating both of you?
We are still very, very cordial. We speak to ourselves, we home, we talk, we exchange greetings anywhere we see. And there has never been anything. The fight is not a personal fight. You know, I told them immediately after the judgment that there is no loser, rather there is no winner. We are all winners. We've taken a constitution to court for interpretation. And God has interpreted it to us. Our court has interpreted it for us. It's not that Jide Kosoko took my wife or took my property. We are fighting for the progress. Both sides, I believe, are fighting the way we saw it or still see it. That we believe we are fighting for the progress of the association. We are not fighting for individual person. I'm not fighting for myself. I will leave the stage one day. Then we also leave. We have left the administration of association for now. Somebody has been there before us, and we will also leave the place sometime. So it's not a personal fight. We are very, very cordial. To me, and I think Jide is because he used to call me on phone. We used to exchange greetings. We used to exchange talk. We used to exchange ideas. So I don't believe we are having any personal animosity. No, I've never done anything to me personally that will make me to say I'm having a personal fight with him, and I don't think he has that mind as well. All right. So that's the position.
Okay, sir. There was a time you reported a threat on your life, and there was a time you reported a threat on your life.
Yeah.
What caused that, sir?
You know, followers in politics are always the problem you are having. Even when gladiators, the political setup are eating together, drinking together, doing everything together. Your followers will be fighting themselves on the street. They'll be recrossing, talking evil about the leaders, planning evil. So as at that time, I don't think it's Jide Kosoko personally that was planning to attack or try to attack me. But since those followers are faithless, we talk about the people that are leading them. And that is why some of us that are leaders should always be educating our followers to please take the caution of what they are saying or what they are doing. Because as far as I am concerned, anybody that is misbehaving should be checked. So if you check your followers, they will not be planning evil against your opponent. So that's the way I look at it.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you for joining us on the BackStage Story show, sir. It's nice to have you here. Now, I also want to know what ANTP is doing. When I was growing up, I've gone to watch the likes of Agbodorogun on stage. I've gone to watch Baba Salah while performing. What is ANTP going to do to bring back these stage plays, at least so that the viewers will get closer to the actors in the movies?
This is part of my program. In my program, I believe any river that forgets its source is surely dry. Stage is our source in the industry, but some of the past administration have used film industry or film production to third stage. But very, very soon we shall be starting a stage production. And which will start from local government, state, and to national. We will start it by introducing competition and bringing those stars on stage as well. Bringing the non-stars, the up-and-coming artists on stage. Doing stage production for our local government, chairmen, executives. Doing it for the state government, state executives. Doing it in the cinema halls and bringing it to even Abuja, that is our national headquarters, produce for the president and all the rest. So we are going to start serious work on that. I believe we should return stage in Nigeria.
Okay. All right, sir. What is your association trying to do to stop wishy-washy production? That's a major issue, because we see a lot of film production. The continuity, the scenes, there are so many errors. What's the association trying to do to curb or to reduce the number of producers? Is there any check and balance to anybody calling themselves producers in this industry?
Definitely, we are going to do something very serious about that. We will set up production committees that will be screening, and we will set up preview committees that will be reviewing anything you have produced. We bring market women into those such committees, bring school children, we bring higher institution students, we bring security agents, we bring a lot of people into those such committees, so that before any film comes out, we review it and get any film that scores less than 50% will not be allowed to be released.
Okay, sir.
And we look at the concept, we look at technicalities, we look at so many areas. Look at the technicalities with costume, makeup, camera work, and everything. We are going to do a lot of things. We have all those in archives, but like I told you, the crisis that has been erupted in the association has been affecting all aspects of the industry. The unfortunate thing is not only in the Yoruba sector or in the indigenous film sector. This crisis is also in other associations and organizations. But the moment the stakeholders in the industry could get their asses right, and they could be able to concentrate on production, and the way the production is been coming out, instead of fighting one another on pages of newspaper. And instead of concentrating to do something better, advise one another, looking at each other's script perfectly and perfecting what is ever wrong. Even the elders should be made some consultants, those elders that have been long in the industry and are getting old, they should be made consultants to some of the productions, some of the scripts and all the rest. So we are going to do some serious work. And that's why I told you. By the time you want to do all this we are talking about, there will be use and cries. But when you now say, oh, no, you are stopping some productions, film that will be releasing per month should be not be more than 5 or 6. You know, people, you will have stepped some toes. Yeah. And they will start to make noise. They will not say the truth to people. They will just be saying, that president is a thief. They will be looking for one fault or the other. But that does not bother me. I have a vision, I have a mission, and I need to be focused. I will always be seeing all that as a side attraction. And I will not allow any diversion of my vision. So that's the position. We work very hard on all those areas.
All right, sir. But sir, there is a Films and Video Censors Board. Will your approach to streamlining production not counter the work of, because
look, what Film Censors Board are supposed to be working or doing is not what they are doing for now.
Okay.
Take for example, they have to watch the content of film. How does it affect the nation politics? How does it affect the culture of this country? How does it affect the administration of this country? You know, theater is to criticize. Yeah. They don't allow critics now. They just want something one way. So I don't believe what they are doing is the best. But we will talk with them. We will sit down, talk together, look at their concepts very, very well. Wherever there is need to restructure it, we talk to government. We need to go to the House of Reference of Senate, to look into the aspect of all those things. We will not stop until we get to where we're supposed to get. Because they will even tell you not to show certain films because certain artists are not there. Or they will tell you because what you have done is against the government. And all this and that. Why they are allowing naked people on television? Bad education to the children. They still pass such film from the Censors Board. Because there's no film that's supposed to get out to the public without being censored. Then they are putting so much money. So I want to appreciate the DG, who reduced the censors from 60,200 to now 25,200 as requested by me. Because when money is too much on censorship, and virtually we are not getting anything from the government to support the industry. It is now that the president of this country is putting some money into the industry. And we are thanking him for that. I am personally thanking him. Even though the money has not been circulated, it has been wrongly handled by the Ministry of Finance. We will start on some of our money, giving it to some people wrongly. And we will look at that at appropriate time. But at least the government, the Jonathan government has done something that at least he has looked at our side to say, okay, give this. The only thing is the language they are using, give to Nollywood. I don't understand. Give money to the film and the theater industry. Nollywood is not a registered organization by name. It's just a name. It's a nickname. But all I know is that at least the so-called Nollywood, by understanding of Nigerians today, are the artists. Whichever way it has been put. So, either you wear a trouser or you put a knicker, you are still wearing something. So we thank God for ministering into the president's mind to remember us. And like Oliver Twist, we will still be asking for more, and we will appeal to the minister to let our money be given to us, not to be sharing it for us, not to be telling us how to use our money. They start on our money now and say they are sending some people to training school. How do you know my association want to go to training school without having an headquarters, no office? If you give us our own money, that is the ANTP share of the money, we can decide to go and build a very big data house in Abuja or in Lagos. We can have some equipment which will be giving us the technicality that we needed for our production. But instead of siphoning the money through giving it to even at times a registered member of an organization, those who are their friends or their family or their relatives. But God will help us, and we are thinking and looking at all that as well.
All right, but some school of thought believe that the industry itself is capable enough to generate revenue and support and depend less on government. Do you believe in that, sir?
No. Look, let me tell you. When you are sharing cake of the country, you don't want to tell me doctors cannot raise money for themselves, or the lawyer cannot, or the nurses cannot, or the surveyors cannot, or the architects cannot raise money for their organization. But they still give them for their subvention annually. They are even giving money to politicians who are reaping the fruit of this country. I think our own profession should first of all be respected, because we propagate the culture of this country. We translate what the government are supposed to be doing or what they are doing to the diaspora. Our views are everywhere. If we talk evil about the country, so with other countries we believe. So they should go, first of all, take care of us. And we are talented people. You can't just say I'm a theater artist if you are not a talented one. You may want to learn it in school, you may not even understand it. Because we are mad people. Our blood are different to those other people. But you don't want a man to become a madman within 2-3 seconds, or you want him to become a power tapper, or you want somebody who has never been to the law school, even to the law school for 1 day or 2 days, to be a lawyer in the courtroom or a judge. Is that a normal thing? We are very, very abnormal people, and they should take care of us. As they are taking care of what do we call them now? The disabled. So they should take care of us, because we think for the country, we think for our society. We mirror the society through our production. And that's why I'm not happy whenever we are having disagreements within ourselves, because we are supposed to be the glass, the mirror for the society to watch. Whenever we are disagreeing and we go to pieces of newspaper, it doesn't go well with me. And that's why some press guys will call me and say, we hear about your association, and what do we have to say? We tell them our association matter is not for pages of newspaper. Whoever is having quarrel with the association should come to the association and let's discuss it. Because that is not where we join the association. Because we want to appeal to government to look at us very well and see whatever they can do to better our lot.
All right. Thank you. I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Victor Asaolu, JP, the ANTP President, Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners in Nigeria. Doctor, thank you so much for coming on this show. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your it's a privilege and it's a honor. But Doctor, one other thing is this: what you're trying to say now is that because of government involvement in ANTP or in the Nollywood industry in general, your role as watchdogs, because you mirror the society, your role as watchdog is being pegged by the census board, because they don't streamline those films. Right? The ones that criticize the government, they won't allow it to show, but the ones that show the vices in the society, they will allow it to fly. It doesn't mean that the censors body.
That's exactly what is happening, because if anybody is complaining about production now, especially the abnormal aspect of it, the nudity about it, the bad aspect of it, yes, the film have gone through the censors board. And you will never see any film that will tell you, oh, what government A is doing is good. That is, or what government B is doing is bad. They have been fighting in the house, which is not a good.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, are you still there, sir?
Oh, okay. They have been fighting in the house, which the theater could have mirror out, educate them why they should not be fighting in the house. Are they fighting over our money? Are they fighting over what? There have been quick crossing of parties. Some people get into the house there with one party. Just because of money, they will cross carpet. And people will just be laughing. Is that the best way to run the government? Is that the best way for an honorable man, somebody they call an honorable man, to be doing something that is dishonored? And you will not allow a theater artist to say something about that and educate the public. So when they are going to elect or select another people, they will know the type of people they are to elect. It's part of it. Theater educates the society, mirror the society, propagate the good thing, discourage the bad thing, and all the rest. But are they watching that in censors board today?
You are still tuned to the BackStage Story show on Nollywood Radio France, and I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Asaolu. He is the national president of the association in Nigeria. Comrade, thank you for coming on the program. What message would you like to give to the younger generation that want to go into theater practitioning?
Well, my advice to them is to first of all have the love for the job. Money should not be their first thought, because those of us in the industry, when we came on board, we were not thinking of money. We are thinking of popularity. We are thinking of what we can contribute to the society before getting what society will do for us. Today, everybody is running after money. That is why you are seeing a lot of junks in the production today. So I want to advise them to do their research very well, work into their drawing table, come out with the best, and let's have the best for the country.
All right.
And I want to advise our viewers to please be patient with us and give us the positive critics whenever it is necessary. We are not against being criticized. Nobody is perfect. Even if God is very close to us, that we can see Him today, we will still be finding fault in what God has been doing. Some people will have even attacked Him. But we thank God that He knows this and He stays far, far, far away from us. So what I'm saying in the event is that people should just try to accommodate one another, be patient with one another, and be sincere and honest to some extent. Nobody is a saint, and we should understand that. That is my advice.
I've been speaking with Comrade Dr. Victor Asaolu. I really appreciate your time, sir. You have explored virtually every aspect of the industry, and I appreciate you for giving us this time on Nollywood Radio France to really inform and educate your listeners and viewers in diaspora. Thank you so much, sir. Is there any final word you want to give your fans and viewers all over the world? Is there any other word you want to give them? You want to give them any farewell message?
No, I just want to thank them for loving us. Okay. I want to thank them for loving me. I want to thank them for being patient with me and patient with the industry. God will continue to be with every one of us. They should please keep it up. And wherever they think they can help us, they should please come on board, because we need a lot of help. We need a lot of things to improve the industry. We need their assistance. We need their cooperation. Whenever they hear anything not palatable about us, they should please get in touch with us. We are ready for criticism, positive one, and I am ready to improve on whatever I'm doing. And God bless everybody. God bless France. God bless Nigeria. God bless Federal Government, Republic of Nigeria. God bless Association of Nigerian Theatre Practitioners. God bless you too. Thank you very much.
All right, this is still the BackStage Story Show, and I have been speaking with Comrade Dr. Victor Asaolu, the National President of the Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners. And this is the BackStage Story Show. And remember, listeners, that you can download the Nollywood Radio France on your device, on your mobile device, anywhere in the world. You can listen to us live by going to the Google Play Store, search for Nollywood Radio France Show, download the app, and you are live and direct with us in any part of the world. This is still the BackStage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. My name is Semola Sanyaolu. And remember, savor every moment. Every moment counts, and you are good to go. God is there to give you every opportunity you have for each day. Savor it, maximize it, achieve your dreams. You have the great potential. Thank you, and until I meet you again on the next exciting episode of the BackStage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. This is Semola Sanyaolu saying, have a very lovely day. Bye.